Hi, the collective. My name is Aruna from All Change by the Minute. After being in only karmic relationships all of my life, I have so much to tell how these relationships works and what you can expect, okay? So let's start. Being on the right path with a karmic partner is a huge challenge. It even sounds strange, on the right path and karmic in one sentence. Actually, you're always on the right path, even with a karmic. If you're learning, you are working on your karma. Most people think karma is a bad thing, and some people don't even know the meaning of it at all. But you must surrender to karma. It is your lesson, and it depends on how much you have to learn about life, yourself, and thereby how you should treat people to eventually be karma free, because that's where you want to be. While no relationship should be a challenge, these karmics kept on coming. Karmics can be family, friends, but most of all, partners. At first, I didn't understand why, because if I did understand, then I wouldn't have needed them, wouldn't I? They are your karmic for a reason. If these questions keep popping up with a karmic, then you have to understand why it happened. You have to stand your ground and you have to move on with your own life. So the questions are, what do I have to learn from you? Do I need you to stay in my life? Are you on my level? Wait, let me rephrase that one, okay? Are you compatible with me? Are you on the same page with me? Can you stay in my high vibe energy while you are doing nothing to stay out of your low vibe and suck all of the good energy away? Or do they have to go and make place for the right people who are compatible with us? But most of all, have you learned your lessons from those karmics? It is hard to maintain your high energy as an empath while dealing with an energy vampire who's draining your energy. They know damn well that they don't have the capacity to work on themselves, so they take yours only to be in someone else's good graces. Not yours, someone else. They live on it. But then we had to learn what we couldn't learn ourselves. That's the whole meaning of karmic partners. But that doesn't mean a karmic partner has to treat people badly or even mean. At least that's what we hear. I know all of my karmics treated me badly, for if they didn't, I would not have woken to full capacity of my spirituality. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way. God knows your strength and worth even before you know it. Otherwise, He would not have tested you again and again and again. God's work is always to kill two birds with one stone. It's supposed to be that both people, in case, wake up spiritually when put on each other's path. But if one of them is much more developed in their own growth, one will be left behind. And that's the one who gives the other one a hard time because they never worked on themselves and are too hard-headed just to even see their ways of doing things are very wrong. And the other one is going to build a healthy, stable, balanced life and abundant life for themselves without any drama the karmic caused. You have to choose yourself, and you can try to explain yourself to your karmic, but they will not understand, for they aren't woken up to your spiritual reality. They still will live with their ego. Whenever you think in those questions I mentioned, then you've learned your lessons, because you will not allow anyone anymore to treat you the way all of your karmics did. It means you are woken. You will set your boundaries in your future relationships, and it doesn't matter with whom. You will put yourself first in any situation, for that's the whole purpose why karmics cross your path. But you want to do it in a balanced and steady manner, without any confusion for others. My last karmic was a catalyst for the greatest self-love I ever had. We all think we love ourselves, but that's just ego-based on the 3D. I mean, just on a physical and not on a spiritual level. But when a karmic comes on your path and you freed yourself from them, you will love yourself on a soul level. That's where the healing from your inner self will start. They will make your life a hell on earth. You can't be prepared because it was already written in the stars. And you have to go through it. Everything will change for the better after separating from your karmic. For it will bring you transformation on a deeper level. So think twice, because transformation brings healing. I'm sorry about my voice, I have a cold, okay? Not everyone can handle healing and the transformation. It means shredding all of your wounds that has been given to you while growing up. Whilst you think you have nothing to heal from, but then you couldn't be further from the truth. Because your soul will know. All blockages will disappear after hard work and discipline, but only if you're in alignment with God. It means you work together as a team. The help you will want from God is only if you ask for it. That's a sign for and an opening that the game is on, and by playing God's plan, your intuition will be heightened at a point that you even have psychic abilities. So why do people choose to stay together even when they aren't destined to be together? Just because they aren't fully enlightened yet. And at some point, they think with their ego and not with the heart. And maybe eventually, when they think with their heart, they still choose to be with them because they hope their karmic will change, even when God gives us signs. Many times you'll stay with them because it's familiar, even when the situation is toxic. You can't help them if they don't want to be helped and refuse to see their own toxic behavior. For they only know their own situation. Some even can't help themselves because they are stuck in their own mind and can't come out of it, of their own mental imprisonment, therefore not willing to grow or change, or maybe can't. Many don't even know they are stuck in their life because they think they are just fine, living in their own comfort zone, in their own 3D level, and all you can think is why this feels like a prison for you. The ego will want to stay, but your soul wants to separate because your soul recognized its destination and the ego not so much. Sometimes after separating, you think you get the short end of the stick because you thought that was your opportunity with them and that there is no one else in the world. But even then, the soul will know what to do. You will feel better. Just read your signs. It is hard to split your lives, but it is the right thing to do. The world, what is waiting for you, is the one you want to be in. But how can you know if you've never been there? For me, personally, in the final stage of having a karmic in my life. God helped me to notice the red flags and just listen to my intuition. Even though I had a choice myself and gave someone an ultimatum in my mind, what I didn't share with the karmic. But God heard, He sees and hears everything what's on your mind. He knew that it wouldn't last long, but He also wanted to respect my decision. My ultimatum was back then, before the year ended. At that period, still a few months left before everything came crumbling down in a good way for me. My choice was respected, and God helped me to separate from the karmic. It was time. Everything happened within 1 year because I already had another karmic before the last one. So it seemed like a test, the last one, and preparation for the wonderful things that were coming. Karmics can stay in your life for years, or if you're lucky, maybe months. It always depends how much you are awoken. Every karmic is a step closer to your awakening of your higher self. You have to shed those layers bit by bit. God is giving you only an opportunity to listen to your intuition, and it will come in the form of test. At least it will seem that way. Taking over someone's energy which is dark is hard to get rid of, especially when you're an empath and not in a total balance, because empathic people are highly sensitive. The dark won't see your value, only the light will. For wisdom, morals, values, patience, respects comes from those who have experienced a lot in life and always were able to find a way back to their heart. Eventually, you will get your clarity, even when it takes a while after you take time to reflect. After a time of reflection and hermit mode, you are in solitude then. You will find yourself to be in a much better place without a karmic. Don't let them ruin your peace, for they had the opportunity to have it all. You will live only in your own reality, the one which you knew already, without any illusions and expectation of others, but then enhanced tenfold. The only expectations you will have is yours, not what you expect of others. The lessons what had to be learned in my case was again self-love and not to be codependent anymore. All the layers and veils were gone at last. After coming to the realization, I had to work on me and not just giving to people and thinking giving was the only option to hold on to someone, while just being you should be more than enough. Remember, Karmics always brings you transformation. Eventually, it will lead to your happiness after you separate and can think clearly. Give yourself space to heal, because you will need it to get your energy back. Maybe if you're blessed enough and have worked hard on a spiritual level, God will send you a person who will help you heal and whose energy is compatible with yours. You will recognize yourselves in them. Someone who values themselves and also will value you. You will cherish that person. Hold them tight and never let go, for that is your opportunity. After all you have been put through, justice is being served. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Putting these contents on my channel needs love and discipline, so I appreciate it, okay? Thanks, and until next time. Later. Bye.